right, we have a Briar on deck. More Dromai gameplay, just trying to figure out the new build, how everything works. So we'll see how this goes. This matchup isn't the worst. It's definitely very winnable. It's just it's a bit swingy just because Briar is kind of a combo deck, and drawing a CMH in the right cards early can lead to you like really getting blown out. What I'm going to try to do is I'll probably take some damage early to try to throw a bunch of dragons out or like get a bit ahead, right, in board state, because then they have to decide whether to hit me or, clear the dragons. And then they're unable to just throw their like hyper efficient attacks just straight at me if they have to like use some on dragons. And I'm going to try to force the tempo that way. Okay, yep, just made a Embodiment of Lightning and a Rune Chant. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to filter here. But I think I'm just going to make... So I could play this for 6. But I actually think I'm just going to... Let's see. Pitch into that. It makes 2 ash. Yeah, I think this is the play. Because then I can swing for 9 total, unless they have a popper, which, again, in this matchup, they do have poppers in their deck, but it's just kind of part of it, right? Like, you can't really play around it. If all their poppers line up extremely well, then it's, what are you going to do? They don't have that many, and if you strip a card, it still, like, hampers their offensive capability, so that's, not the end of the world. So we'll see how they handle this. Looks like they're going to let him through. And then I'll ask the question again if they have a popper. But even if they pop this and I make an ash, that's also pretty good. The only downside of this turn is me ending with no ash, but this is like, this is the value turn. So, or this was the like value play, right? This is the best play I could have made, I think. So we'll just have to deal with that later. Future Isaac will have no ash to work with. All right. So I did draw a blue sweeping blow, which is not the greatest, but... Okay, what do I want to do? I think I want to play this and then that. Wait, hold on. Block this Rune Chant. I mean, this is kind of an easier way to get ash maybe than just playing the sweeping blow for 1 damage. Yep. And I think this is better. Just more efficient. Fortunately, the Scar just gets go again for their Rosetta swing, which is pretty good. They're doing some Ashwing cleanup, as they should. The longer they stay out there, just the more value they get out of them. Against Rune Blades, it kind of sucks playing your 2 health dragons because the Rosetta arcane damage still goes at you and they can clean them up like really efficiently. So sometimes I like to prioritize the 3 health and bigger dragons because then it costs them a card, which is just way better. So hopefully I'll remember to do that, and we'll look at prioritizing that. Okay, that's all I got. Play to Dromai. Okay, I really need to manage my ash better. Maybe I should have played a sweeping blow and taken some damage last turn. I think that would have been the right call. Oof. Oh, not fused. What's the fusion part? Oh, so the draw still applies, just the +1 does not. Still pretty good. Oh, they did. They fused with blue burgeoning, which I'm sure they bottomed. Let's just double sync this since it's so convenient. And I could double filter here, which is pretty wild. Yeah, maybe I will. Oh, another rake, that's pretty good. So they don't get the draw, which is excellent. That was nicely lined up for me. I would imagine they're just going to Rosetta Dromai here. Or no, they have a swarming. Which they made 1 embodiment, so it would only be for 3. So they're probably deliberating whether they want to play it now for no effect or, yep. And I think I'm just going to, well, let's see, I can make 2. No, I'm gonna try to hold more cards to play rake more efficiently next turn. Because if I play rake now, I make 2, I threaten 4 damage, and then I threaten maybe future damage, but okay. I think I'm gonna take some damage to try to pivot here, because the longer I just wait for a CMH turn, the worse it gets for me, right? Like I would like to establish myself and put them in a bad situation here. Briar can draw some like clunky hands because the deck's like 50-50 non-attacks and attacks, so it is definitely possible for them to draw poorly. I think I'm just going to block this here. So they're threatening 8 total, which is a lot. So what I'm thinking about is that, or probably 6 total and clean up an Ashwing. What I'm thinking about is next turn, if they do have a popper, it'll actually kind of ruin my day, because then it'll make this exchange very inefficient. Oh, right, no arcane. Well, that's a little bit better. Okay. I think we're just gonna do this. And and hope they don't have it. Which they don't, which is great. So I'm going to attack with this snatch now. If they let it hit, I'm considering using snaps because then I could play rake. I think I'm going to do it. And threaten more damage. Yep, which I'll play this out. And we'll threaten 3 more. I think that was worth it because then I get 3 more in here and then have more of a board presence for them to deal with. They're on 4 cards. My guess is maybe this is a CMH setup turn since they blocked with 1 card and want to hold the rest even with a snatch looming. Maybe not. Let's see. Jeez, with the... Okay, what can I do here? No hit effect. 7's quite a lot. Still no hit effect though, right? So I don't know if it's worth. So right now I'm thinking of attacking for 1 just to build Ash. Whereas if I crown and filter this blue away, I'll draw red. But that's only for 2 more damage. I think I'll pass on that. Maybe we'll have a better filter later. Yep, goodbye Kyloria. They never last long. So unfortunately I have to attack with the blue one to get, you know, enough Ash created. But now I'll end with 1 up. It's always been hard in aggro matchups to make enough Ash. And now this kind of a little bit more of a hybrid deck with like Blaze Headlongs and stuff. Maybe makes it a little bit harder even. And now we'll threaten the arsenal here. Nope, can't play it, so. Did not draw a blue either. Okay, so maybe 1 block and a sigil, and then I'll play out these 2. Yep, CMH turn. Well, that's pretty good. What's this for 10? So fortunately, it's not threatening any kind of card draw here. This might be a mistake. Maybe I'll just block for 5. Because I would like to move this Necria since it's not online. Ugh, Tumble Tie. Those big dragons are tough. I mean, they're so powerful, but they're really... See what they do. Are we going to draw? No, we are going to draw. Yep, digging for a 0 cost. We'll see if they got it. These big dragons are so powerful when you hit them in the right spot, but they're kind of dead cards fairly often. I've considered cutting them. Like in this matchup, even when it happens, I mean, it's great, but it's not like, you know, It's not that good. Yep, could have 7 here. So fortunately, I think they whiffed on an attack there. Oh no, they do have an attack. Okay. How did they... Oh, right. Quicken works on weapons as well. That's why that worked. Well, this is a pretty good turn. 11. 7's 18. Let's Rosette's 19 so far. Oh, 22, I mean. I just really want to keep these cards to, like, threaten lethal. Oof. That's not great. So even though this isn't for a hit effect, unfortunately, I do want to block with that just to get the value out of it. Okay. Well, since I do have a quicken token, I'll play this. If they let it hit, I'll get to attack again with another Ash. Also, playing this with the quicken makes it so my turn isn't ended by a popper. Fortunately, still not threatening lethal. So that will probably just go to 1 here. Well, I tried. Briar is a very good deck. Sometimes there's a big difference in games, like if your Nekrias and blues line up. Things like that are like, you know, don't determine the outcome of the game, but you really notice when something like that happens. Blue Weave of Earth is revealed. Blue Weave of Earth is played. That's not great. What do they fuse Weave Earth with? Nothing, I guess. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 6, 9. Okay. I better have the D react. Does that mean they're going to lightning press me? In which case I'll go to 1. But then they would draw. Oh, they have snaps, right? Kind of unsure what to do here. So to block for 9, I could block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's inefficient to block. I really wanted to save the rabble. So I could block 10. Oh, I can't save it either way because then they can just come in for Rosetta. So they're dealing 1 short of lethal at face value here. Anyway, so I can't keep a card no matter what. Pass. Well, good game. I don't know if that would have gone any different if I could have threatened one more damage last turn. But still fairly close. Not as close as I would like. But, you know, because despite the life totals, Briar just used their life as a resource last turn, right? So it's just like they were a bit ahead even though they went to one. Like having the luxury to go to one by choice is, you know, means you're winning. But anyway, this, you know, this bit more aggressive Dromai does feel, you know, fairly good. There are some kinks I need to work out. Maybe like early game, I was unable to just like blast dragons out. I did choose to go second to threaten first, but it might be worth it to play Crown of Dominion and choose to go first and just have that in turn 0. So then you kind of start the game like 2 ash up, maybe 2 ash and a dragon up if you play your cards right there. So yeah, something to think about.